Good day everyone, my name is Mark Salbert Amigo and I am here to report about the joint DOTC and DTI Administrative Order Number 1 Series of 2012. Topic outline, introduction, definition of terms, summary of the law, and the recap. Definition of terms: DOTC, Department of Transportation and Communication; DTI, Department of Trade and Industry; CAB, Civil Aeronautics Board; and ETD, estimated time of departure. Air Passenger Bill of Rights. What is Bill of Rights? Article 3 of the Philippine Constitution is the Bill of Rights. It establishes the relationship of the individual to the state and defines as the right of the individual by limiting the lawful powers of the state. It is one of the most important political achievements of the Filipinos. Air Passenger Bill of Rights. It is a document outlining the fundamental rights of an airline passenger and the corresponding responsibilities of an airline. It aims to protect travelers from unfair practices and ensure a fair and transparent relationship between airlines and the passenger. These bills only apply to all the flights taking off from the Philippines. It does not apply to all the flights going to the Philippines. Purpose and scope. The purpose of this Bill of Rights is to protect the rights of the airline passenger and ensure fair treatment during air travel. And the scope, it covers both domestic and international flights operated by local carriers and international flights taking off from the Philippines. Summary of the rights of air passenger. Upon purchase of the ticket and upon arrival at the airport, based on the joint DOTC and DTI Administrative Order Number 1 or the Air Passenger Bill of Rights. Major rights of an air passenger. 1. Right to be provided with accurate information before the purchase. So before the purchase, all information needed for the flight should be provided to the customer. If not, it is a breach of the Bill of Rights. 2. Right to receive the full value of the service purchased. So if they purchase a business class ticket, so they should be assigned to the rightful seat. Right to compensation. If the flight is cancelled, the air passenger should receive the full refund of all the expenses she paid or he paid. Right to receive the full value of the service purchase. Right to be processed for check-in. A passenger shall not be considered late or no-show and shall not be denied check-in if he or she is within the air carrier's cordon or other designated check-in areas at least 1 hour before the estimated time of departure or within the prescribed time to set by the air carrier. Right to sufficient processing time. Check-in counters in an international airports and in other airports designated by the Department of Transportation and Communication must be open at least 2 hours before the estimated time of departure. A separate dedicated counter must be open for a flight nearing check-in deadlines to facilitate checking of the passenger at least 1 hour before the published estimated time of departure. There must be at least 1 check-in counters which will prioritize persons with disabilities, senior citizens, and persons requiring special assistance or handling if practicable. For all other airports, check-in counters must be open at least 1 hour before the estimated time of departure. Right to board aircraft for the purpose of the flight. General rule: a passenger cannot be denied the right to board the aircraft without his consent. Exception: in case of overbooking, the airlines or air carrier must look for volunteers willing to give up their seats. If the number of volunteers is not enough, the air carrier shall increase the compensation package until the required number of volunteers is met. This is known as the auction system. Legal or valid causes for your flights to be cancelled. immigration issues. Incomplete papers or improper documentation can cause cancellation of flight. Safety and security. Not complying with the safety and security standards can cancel your flight. Health concern. Non-appearance at the gate or no-show. Right to compensation. In case of cancellation of flight, cancellation at least 24 hours before the estimated time of departure, to be denotified beforehand, rebook the passenger at the option of the latter. Cancellation less than 24 hours before the estimated time of departure, to be notified, and amenities, reimburse of the value of the paid taxes and other optional fees, endorsed to another carrier without paying any fare, rebook the ticket without additional fees. Cancellation due to other causes, to be reimbursed of the full value of the fare. In case of delay and exceptions, terminal delay of at least 3 hours after the estimated time of departure entitled to refreshment or meals, first aid, rebook, or refund of their tickets and be endorsed to another carrier. Terminal delay at least 6 hours after the estimated time of departure. Consider the flight cancelled for purpose of availing the rights and amenities additional compensation. Tarmac delay of at least 2 hours after the estimated time of departure, the passenger is entitled to sufficient food and beverage.